All right, welcome back to Cooking Life with Dia. I am Tania, and today I've had a pretty hectic weekend. People in town, um, just busy getting some things together, and so I'm going to make a very quick meal. I have some chicken thighs left over from the soup I made the other day, and so I am going to go ahead and get this done. I want you all to start interacting with me, especially on the YouTube page. Talk to me a little bit more over there. I try to respond as best as I can, as long as it's not solicitation, because I ignore that. And we want to keep this party train moving. I'm checking in with you to see how you're doing with your dishes. I posted a whole bunch of things for Thanksgiving. Listen, guys, do not, I repeat, do not wait till Thanksgiving to try these recipes out now. Try them out one at a time, leading up to that day, so that you can make sure that you have gotten all the kinks, all the bugs, all the whatever out of it. Because you want to not be perfect. Because let me tell you, even for me, Thanksgiving is never perfect. Something always happens. But you want to be good, right? You don't want the family side eyes. I don't know about your family. My family doesn't play about Thanksgiving. Like, it's probably if we were all together in the same city, and you know, I think I may even record from Dallas, because I'll be in Dallas for Thanksgiving, or we'll be in Dallas for Thanksgiving. And so I need to, I might record from down there so you can get a bit of me and my brother and even Tyler when we're in our zone, right? I have some water boiling for my penne pasta. I've added some salt to it. You know how that goes. We want to always make sure that our pasta is salted. And yeah, we didn't feel like going out. I wanted to go and watch the game, but then I really didn't, because I didn't want to put on clothes. It was just too much. It was too much. So excuse me. I usually try to look a little bit better. My hair is all over the place. You know, olive oil. I'm going to add some olive oil to my pan. And I'm going to start with my chicken. So today it's going to be a Tuscan chicken creamy pasta, if you will. I have already, of course, cleaned my chicken. And I have salted it, peppered it, a little onion powder, garlic powder. That was probably from the pepper. Excuse me, guys. And got my pan here, getting my olive oil all ready, and we're going to brown both sides of the chicken. So with this, that means that we're gonna cook it up real quick and then take it off. It won't be all the way done because we want it to cook down in the sauce. So you can probably hear we're gonna get started. I'm gonna take the camera off of me. We're gonna put it on. All right, so my water is bubbling over, and I'm gonna cook my penne pasta. While I'm over here, I'm gonna get a colander, because when my penne pasta is done, I am going to throw it out of that boiling water and into some cold water to stop the cooking process. Okay? And again, you guys know I struggle with learning how to just cook. For me, it's the weirdest thing ever. I'm going to cook my chicken now, skin side down first. Always start with the far side, because when you put it here, if you do it the other way, you're more likely to pop your hand or something else. That's with anything that you're cooking. Always put whatever you're going to put in on the far side. It's not a very hard recipe. It's not a very long recipe. But it is a very good recipe. I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. This is made up of oregano, thyme, rosemary, savory, basil, sage, and a little called marjoram. I'm also going to put it in the sauce later. We want that to cook down real nice. See the brown? Again, it's a good sear. We want it to sear. Searing is nothing but cooking it on a higher heat, and you are searing in or capturing those juices, those natural juices of the chicken. It also gives you a nice crust. So good. I stir my pasta because I don't add oil to my pasta. I don't. I add salt, but I do not add oil. I know a lot of people add oil. I'm not one of those folks. Cooking as I go, so this can be super yummy. I'm going to put some of my Italian seasoning on that side too, but I'm also, like I said, going to put it in the sauce. It will not be done when I take this chicken off. It's going to actually cook in the sauce. I'm running around the sides so that those can be done also. Or seared also, I should say. It's doing really good. I'm going to use this exact same pot or pan because I want all of the remnants that's in the bottom there to cook down with what we're doing. I'm using some chopped frozen spinach because, again, I'm using what's already here. So I'm going to add some more olive oil. And I turn my fire down because I no longer want it to sear. So I want it to slow all the way down. I have some minced garlic here. I have some sun-dried tomatoes that are already cut. And so they're dry right now, but as we add our liquid, they will poof out and give us what we need. I'm going to add some other vegetables that I had left over that I want to go ahead and get rid of. I try to sneak in vegetables on myself wherever I can. And I buy more frozen now, again, because they last longer. With Tyler not being home, we don't eat as much in-house here. Or maybe a little bit more far and few in between, just a little bit. Whereas when he was home, it was an everyday process. So this is coming along. And now I want to add my chopped spinach to that. And I forgot to take it out this morning, so it's still a bit frozen, but we can work with it. It's gonna be so good. It smells amazing, y'all. And I'm gonna flip this hunk over so that it can cook down more. This is not, the pasta is not all the way cooked. It is al dente. But remember, we're going to add this all to our creamy sauce. And so with that, we don't want it to cook too much either. So yummy. You guys know I'm always cleaning during the process, so that when we get ready to sit down and eat, I can just sit down and eat. Definitely gonna add some more of the Italian seasoning. It's gonna be a nice hearty meal. Gonna add some salt and pepper. Remember, we're building. I think someone put my Himalayan salt and my cracked pepper on the table. So I'll use that. And as it comes apart, it's going to be so good. I know I'm not the only one that has rushed cooking some frozen spinach. whenever I add some liquid to it, it's going to break apart even better. Cheers. I'm going to take this pasta and put it in the colander. Cool water will stop that process. Excuse me. And it's melting down, giving me what I need. That's all that matters. Some people put a little wine in it because they like the wine flavor. I'm going to add some Parmesan and some Asiago. I'm a cheesehead. We've talked about it before. I love the cheese. Love the cheese. And all of this is marrying quite well together. And it smells absolutely amazing. I could have used a slightly bigger pot. Alright, so here we are. It's cooking down the way we want it. And now I'm going to add the cream. You'll start to see the cream turn a little pink. That's going to be because of the sun-dried tomatoes. It's going to cook down really nicely. I don't like to add it all in at once. I like it to cook down nicely. going to put a little bit of Asiago in here as well. And then I'm going to set the chicken on top of it, cover it up, and let it cook down nicely. It's going to be real good. Can you imagine that over a nice bed of pasta? And we'll be right back. So, it's looking good. Now, the recipe calls for chicken chunks, you know, like boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and you cook them and then you chop them up. I didn't want no chopped chicken. I wanted my chicken thighs. There we go. So you see that? It's gonna just marry up a little bit, and then dinner will be served. It didn't take long. We're watching the game. Bear down. And we're gonna have our dinner. It's gonna be a good time. I'll take a picture at the end for you all to see. Thank you again for being a part of Cooking Like Medea. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like.